Hi students, now let's start our new chapter 12 DNS, Domain Name System. The main concept you are going to learn in this chapter: DNS, IP address, Uniform Resource Locator, DNS component, and how DNS works. See, what is the main purpose of DNS? See here, this is the IP address of Google website. This address is not easy to remember. So instead of using this address, we are using domain names. Okay. So what is the domain name of Google website? Google.com. Okay. It is easy to remember. So we are using this domain name instead of using IP address. Okay. What is DNS? DNS stands for Domain Name System. Okay. This DNS provides the domain name to IP address mapping through name servers. See here, this is our computer, which means client computer. This is DNS server. If you are entering this URL, which means TN School's domain name, that URL will be identified by the DNS server through IP address, and it will respond to the client computer, which means it sends the particular web page to the client computer. Okay. So IP address is what? IP address is long number which is used to find the host system in the whole network. It is similar to door number or flat number in our house. Door number or flat number is used to differentiate individual house from others in the same apartment. Similarly, IP address is used to differentiate the websites from other websites. Okay. There are two addressing methods are available: IPv4, IPv6, IP version 4 and IP version 6. The IP address is divided into two methods. What are they? IPv4 and IPv6. First, let us see about IPv4 address, IP version 4 address. This is 32-bit unique address given to a computer system. So, number of addresses that can be formed in IPv4 is 2 power 32. It is divided into two ways. What are they? Binary notation and dotted decimal notation. The binary notation values is expressed as 32-bit binary values. For example, see here. This is the binary value notation. In dotted decimal notation, the address is written in decimal format separated by dots. Okay, see here. This is the address. This is given in decimal format which is separated by dots. Okay. And next address is IP version 6 address. This is 128-bit unique address given to a computer system. The number of addresses that can be formed in IP version 6 is 2 power 128. Okay. Here 128 bits are divided into 8 16-bits blocks. Each block is then changed into 4 bits hexadecimal numbers and separated by colon symbols. Okay, see here, these 4 digits are separated by colon symbols. Okay. Next topic is Uniform Resource Locator. URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator. It is the address of a document on the internet. Okay. URL is made up of 4 parts. What are they? Protocols, host name, folder name and file name. Each part has its own specific functions. See here, one URL is given. Here first part is what? Protocol. HTTP is a protocol. Next, cms.tn.gov.in is a domain name. And next, site's default files press release is the folder's name. And next, pr.jpg is a file name. Okay. This URL is made up of these 4 parts. What are they? Protocol, domain name, folders, file name. Okay. The URL is divided into 2 types. What are they? Absolute URL, relative URL. Absolute URL, relative URL. First, let us see about absolute URL. This absolute URL is the complete address of a document on the internet. Okay, it is the complete address of a document. Absolute URL contains all the information that are required to find the files on the internet. These are similar to postal address. If any of the information is missing, then the post will not be able to deliver to the right person. Similarly, if any of 4 parts is missing, then the browser would not able to link to the specific file. Okay, so all the four parts is very important in absolute URL. Okay, what are the four parts? Protocol, domain name, folder name and file name. You have to give the complete address of the document. Okay, next relative URL. It is the partial address of a document on the internet. It contains only file name or file name with the folder name. Okay, it is not complete address, it is a partial address of a document. Okay, we can use this type of URL when the file is on the same server related to original document. Okay, so these are the two types of URL. And next topic is DNS components. There are three important components in domain name system. They are namespace, name server, zone. Let us discuss them one by one. First, let us see about namespace. The domain names must be very unique and appropriate. The name should be selected from a namespace. So, the domain name should be selected from the namespace. Okay. This namespace can be organized in two ways. What are they? Flat namespace, hierarchical namespace. First, let us see about flat namespace. The flat namespace is where the name is assigned to the IP address. They do not have any specific structure. In this flat namespace, some meaningful names are being given to IP address for accessing. The major disadvantages of flat namespace is they cannot be used in large system because they need to be accessed and controlled centrally to avoid ambiguity and redundancy. To avoid this major disadvantage, hierarchical namespace is used in large. Okay. So what is hierarchical namespace? Hierarchical namespace is where the name is made up of several parts. The first part may be the nature of organization and the second part may represent the name of the organization and third part may represent the department of the organization and so on. Okay. So what is domain name? It is a sequence of labels. Okay. Sequence of labels is called domain name. In domain name, sequence of labels are separated by dot. The domain name is always read from lower level to higher level. Okay, from leaf node to root node. Okay, basic rules of domain names. See the basic rules of domain names. Domain names can consist of alphabets A through Z and digits 0 through 9. Okay, hyphens are allowed, but hyphens cannot be used as first character of the domain name. Okay, you can use hyphens, but you cannot use hyphens as first character of domain name. Okay, spaces are not allowed. Spaces are not allowed in domain name. Special symbols are not permitted, such as exclamation symbol, dollar symbol, and symbol, underscore symbol, and so on. Okay, you cannot use any special symbols in domain name. Domain names have the minimum length of 2 and the maximum length of 63 characters. The entire name may be at most 253 characters long. Okay, and domain names are not case sensitive. It may be upper or lower or mixing. You can use any of the alphabet letters. Okay, see some of the generic top level domain names and country top level domain names. Okay, this generic top level domain names are used in world level. Okay, which means see here com, edu, gov, mil, org, net, info. These are the world level domain names. Okay, see here, this is the country top level domain names. Domain name of India is in United States US, France FR, United Kingdom UK, Canada CA, Australia EU, Sri Lanka LK, Bangladesh BD, China CN, Pakistan PK, Japan JP, Singapore SG. These are the common domain names of these countries. Okay. Next, let us see about name server. This is the second component of DNS. Okay. First component is what? Namespace. Okay. Second component is name server. Third component is zone. Okay. So now let's see about name server. Name server is a main part of domain name system. It translates the domain names to IP address. Okay. Name server is used to translate the domain names to IP addresses. Okay. Name server contains DNS database which consists of domain names and their corresponding IP addresses. Okay. In the name server, one database is available, that is DNS database, which consists of domain names and their corresponding IP addresses. There is a need to store large number of domain names for the worldwide usage, so plenty of servers are used in hierarchical manner. Okay. Name servers do the important task of searching the domain names. While you searching a website, the local name server, which means ISP, Internet Service Provider, ask the different name servers until one of them find out your answer. At last it returns the IP address for that domain name. Your computer can now connect to the requested web page stored on the web server. Okay. Next, see the types of name servers. There are 3 types of name servers which is used to control the entire domain name system. What are they? Root name server, primary or master name server, secondary or slave name server. Okay. Root name server is what? Top level server which contains entire DNS tree maintained by ICANN, Internet Corporation, for assigned name and numbers. There are 13 servers. Okay. These are the root name server. This is the top level server. And next server is primary or master name server. Primary name server is also called as master name server. It contains a soon resource records. These records are updatable by domain name holders such as organizations. Okay. Next is secondary name server, which is known as slave name server. It contains the copy of primary server files. The server has no authority to update but reduce the workload of master server by sharing the queries. Okay. So these are the 3 types of name servers. Okay, what are they? Root name server, primary name server, secondary name servers. Next DNS component is zone. Okay, the entire namespace is divided into many different zones. It is the area up to which the server has access. Okay, it is defined as a group of contiguous domains and subdomains. If the zone has single domain, then zone and domain are the same. Every zone has server which contains the database is called zone file. Using the zone file, DNS server replaces the queries about hosts in its zone. There are 2 copies of zone files are available, master file and slave file. Okay. Next topic is how DNS works. When the user enters the URL in the browser, the system first checks its corresponding IP address. If the IP address is found, then the information is retrieved. If not, then the system needs to perform DNS query, which means the system needs to query the resolver about the IP address from the ISP, Internet Service Provider. If the IP address is found, then the information is retrieved. If not, again the query is passed to the next domain server. Until the query is solved, it is passed to the next level domains. At last, the mapping and record are returned to the resolver who checks whether the return value is a record or an error. Then the resolver returns the record back to the computer browser, which is then viewed by the user. Okay, so this is about domain name system. I hope you understand. Thank you, students.